Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to The Sims. The Sims 4 to be precise. This is something I have been sort of playing around the idea of for probably about 2 years now, to be honest with you, ever since Geekism started. I am a huge fan of The Sims, as far as the whole series goes. Pretty much spent my teenage years engrossed in The Sims 1 and 2. Really enjoyed number 3 as well. The big problem with 4 for me was that it lost the colour wheel of 3, and as you probably know if you're a fan of the channel, I'm quite colourblind, so even though I really enjoy this sort of creative building kind of game, I really need a hex wheel so I can chuck colours in, and Sims 4 doesn't have it. But a few people now said to me, just go for it, just make stuff. Sims colour wheels all kind of work quite nicely together anyway, and you know, if there's anything really major bad, I'm sure somebody will point it out to you. So we're giving it a go, alright. And this first build is an apartment build, so we've got city living. I need to thank somebody who wishes to remain anonymous, but they had a spare copy of City Living and they sent it me, and that was kind of the thing that made me go, alright, come on then, let's install The Sims. I had the base game already. Somebody sent me City Living, and then also, thanks to Instant Gaming, I picked up a cheap copy of Get Famous, which is the newest DLC. And then I thought, you know what, City Living, Get Famous, they all kind of work well together. Let's do a vlogger girl kind of apartment. Okay, so one thing I'm going to try and do with these videos, if we continue them, I want you to really give me some feedback on this as to whether you'd like to see more Sims 4 and how you'd like to see it on the channel as well. You know, you just want to see time lapses, you want to see some actual let's plays as well. But my idea with it is the big difference that I think we could try and do is not only just doing simple let's builds, like, well, you know, just one-off let's build videos like this, then actually add a household into the plot, so actually add a family or add a single sim in this case, and kind of build them alongside the apartment or the house to kind of match, you know, and they go hand in hand, and then hopefully be able to upload them both onto the games workshop gallery, I think they call it, so that anyone who wants to can play them as well. Unfortunately, it turns out it's really quite tricky to get apartments up onto the workshop on the gallery, so we won't be able to do it in this case, but you can have a play around with the sim that I've created to go with it. But that's going to kind of be the feel, okay? That's kind of thinking the idea is that we have a build and a household that kind of go hand in hand and go together, okay? So that's what I wanted to say about the overall thing. Let's talk about what we're actually building here then. So what I wanted to do was an apartment build rather than a house. One, so I can just have a good play around with the interiors and see how I get on without having to worry too much about roofing and walls and gardens and all that sort of stuff, you know. That's all sort of capped off for you here. You're worrying purely about interiors, and also doing a sort of Bohemian style build, which is what I'm trying to go for here. You know, Bohemian kind of is a mishmash of colour a lot of times, really sort of bright colours and earthy colours and stuff, so that you can also mash them together and it all kind of works. So that was another thing I thought I could do, and not to worry too much about colours. So there you see we did the kitchen. Now obviously I'm a little bit limited in the pieces I've got because I don't have all the DLCs, all the expansions. If there is any you recommend me picking up, let me know in the comments if there's something you think would really help, you know, my sort of style or the builds you'd like to see in the future. And also, as silly as it sounds, a few people have asked if they can get them for me. You're more than welcome to buy one if you want. Just, you know, let me know where it's coming from and which one you want. You can either gift me one on Instant Gaming or just send a bit of cash. There's, you know, links in the description. I'm not asking for that though, but a couple of people did mention it. Here I'm building the bedroom. I was so happy with how this bedroom turned out. I think it was really good. Some of the pieces, the stuff has come on so much since the early versions of The Sims. You know, pretty much you would just have 5 or 6 different end tables. Now there's crates, there's suitcases. Look at all this, it's so awesome. So you know, you can really get that sort of traveller vibe going on here, which is kind of what I was going for. So the idea behind this sort of story that I'm creating here is a young girl who's been to university and then gone travelling for a year, and has built up a bit of a vlog following while she's been travelling. She's sort of been funding her travel through vlogging while she's been over in sort of India and Thailand and places like that. Now she's back home, got herself her own place, and is now carrying on vlogging back in the UK or US or Simland. I don't know where do the Sims live? Simlandia, I'm not sure. Yeah, so we've also used the new vlogging desk that comes with Get Famous as well, which is quite good. Again, I haven't really played the game much. I kind of built the building and threw our sim in for who I'll introduce to you in a moment, and just kind of got some screenshots and videos and stuff. But again, let me know, would you like me to see me try and work out, a build, or maybe do a little bit on that over on Twitch, maybe do some Let's Play on Twitch and keep the builds to YouTube? Again, I'd love some feedback either way anyway, please, there's no wrong answers here really, just kind of let me know. This isn't replacing anything, it's not like we're doing this instead of Planet Coaster or instead of Parkitect. This is just going to be as and when. I don't think I'm going to be able to get one of these out every week, but every week or two probably you'll be able to get one. Here I wanted to go for the idea that it is a rented apartment, so we're keeping the bathroom quite simple, because actually for the most part bathrooms, it's all sort of built in, it's all fixtures and fittings. So even though we've got quite a nice looking bathroom, it's still relatively plain. There's not that many sort of crazy decorative options on the walls and things like that. It's relatively plain tile and stuff like that. Here goes in the desk. So the desk is a little modern for the rest of the build, to be honest with you, but it's the vlogging one that's in the game, so we kind of have to go with it. But I think the idea is that she's come back from travelling, she's got a bit of cash saved up, or a little bit of it, maybe parents have given her some or whatever, or she's got a bank loan or something. She's been able to buy some equipment to be able to continue doing vlogging after her travels. But again, I still wanted to kind of keep that Bohemian feel. Lots of stuff, lots of books, lots of candles, lots of lights, lots of very bright fabrics, very earthy tones. You can kind of go a few different ways with Bohemian, but I feel like I've gone for quite an earthy, subdued version here. And this is the actual sort of backdrop to her vlog. So this sort of stuff here it's kind of like it's been set out, like she's placed these items here to make it look like a nice backdrop, like vloggers do. I don't particularly vlog much myself. I vlog theme parks when I go to them on Parkgasm, my other channel, but I'm not really one for do sort of like daily vlogs or talking about what's happening in my life too much really. So it's kind of me living vicariously through this young lady that, again, like I say, I'm going to introduce to you in a moment. Living room even. I had quite fun doing this. I noticed this this apartment that I'm in has got like mouse holes and stuff. I assume that's some gameplay that you can go in and get that fixed. Again, it's all new to me, beforehand it was just plots of land that, I think maybe Sims 3 had apartments, but I didn't particularly use them too much, I don't think. So yeah, a lot of this sort of stuff is new to me. I'm literally just placing stuff down, and you'll see that it is a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of me figuring things out. There may well be some awful garish colour combinations. I can only apologise for that. Like I say, when I do more builds that are sort of traditional lot builds and house builds, I'll be able to upload them to the gallery. You'll be able to go in and little tweak them maybe, and sort of point out some of the strange colour combos I've got. Like I say, with Boho, you kind of get away with it a little bit, because this is a traveller's apartment. It's different pieces of furniture and different artwork and paintings and stuff have all come from different areas, and that's kind of the idea really, to have lots of different sort of ideologies all smashed into one. So you'll see some Chinese influence, you'll see some Japanese influence, you'll see some Indian and some African influences even as well, and that's all sort of part of it. That's also a part of the style. Last thing we're doing indoors then, is a dining area. I'd love, some more dining tables and chairs, please. Let me know which pack has got more dining stuff in, because at the moment I'm quite limited in what we can do. But like I say, the amount of scope of stuff, even in the base game, is pretty amazing, really. All the little bits, like cutlery and utensils and all that. Again, they sort of started that a little bit with Sims 3, but it was definitely Sims 4, I think, that's really pushed them through. Right now we're moving into actually making our sim. So we start off with one of the ones that they give us. I'm taking all the clothes off here. It's only so I can get a build right. I'm not just being a bit pervy. But here we go. We start making her now. So I wanted sort of, you could tell she's maybe come from a little bit of money, a little bit privileged maybe, perhaps was able to go for a year around India and Thailand with sort of very little in the way of requirements. So I wanted her to kind of look a little bit like she was coming from a bit of money, looks after herself, takes care of herself, but still quite young and naive, and is still sort of figuring out who she is as a person, and who she wants to be. You know, had real good fun using some of the new city stuff as well. They got some really funky stuff in there. Here I'm doing a formal outfit, and I sat with that dress for a little while, and I thought, no, do you know what? I don't think she would. She doesn't seem the sort to have that kind of formal dress, so I actually make a formal outfit relatively casual, to be honest with you. It's just a slightly nicer jacket and a skirt as opposed to a bomber jacket or whatever else she's been wearing. We give her a tattoo as well, the sort of thing she'd picked up while she's away. Occasionally we tie her hair up for sportswear and swimming and things like that. She is loosely based on two people I know in real life, actually. She's kind of a conglomerate of a couple of people I know. I'm not going to say who they are. But yeah, I really enjoy making it. I enjoyed creating the sim just as much as I did creating the build, to be honest with you. I think hopefully you guys and girls like this idea of making the household that goes with the building, and you have to let me know whether that's something we can do in the future. We name her Jenny Frey. The idea is that she's back in the fray after a year away of travelling. She's back in the real world and is trying to earn a living. There's her summer outfit, and one of my favourite ones to do was her winter outfit. So we get a nice warm hat on there, big nasty jumper that her mum bought her, and some Ugg boots. Yeah, I a lot of fun creating the outfits there. And then here we are. Here she is in the apartment. She's checking out a bit of TV. I made her a loner and creative and focused or something like that, so she's perfect for vlogging, basically. So like I say, unfortunately I can't upload the apartment, but Jenny Frey is available for you to play yourself if you want to. The link is in the description. Again, feedback please on this. It's, you know, Sims 4 is a massive thing for a lot of people. It's completely new for geekism though, so I'd love to know what you think of it, one way or the other, to be honest, but you know, don't be too nasty. She's just having herself a little sandwich, and it turned out pretty well actually, considering she's got no cooking skill. Yeah, actually made a pretty decent butty there, didn't she? Well done, Jenny. She seems happy with herself, doesn't she? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries or suggestions, you can pop those down in the comments. And if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JohnTSparrow. If you'd like to join in with the Geekism community, you can do so over on our Geekism Discord server. You'll find the link for that in the description. Thank you very much to all of our patrons. You see all their names there. They help make these videos possible through their generous pledges at patreon.com/geekism. Don't forget to check out the affiliate links in the description for cheap games, including Sims packs, where I got them from. I'll see you in the next one.